If you've ever dreamed of living in a French chateau, meet the real-life couple who actually did it. Daphne Reckert and Figueira didn't just pack their bags for a European vacation. No. They left behind everything California, comfort, careers, and stepped into a 500-year-old legacy with broken windows, crumbling walls, and a massive dream that caught HGTV's attention. But how did this all happen? We frequently post videos on topics like this, so don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel to stay informed and never miss an update. It started generations ago. Daphne grew up hearing magical stories about a castle in France. Her grandfather had bought Château de Lessigny, a sprawling 133-acre estate outside of Paris, back in 1981. Over the years, he poured his heart into it. But he also had a plan. He wasn't just preserving history, he was preparing to hand it over. And from the time she was a teenager, Daphne knew. One day, it would be her turn. Now fast forward. Daphne, born and raised in California, studied conservation resource studies at UC Berkeley. She wasn't just some dreamer with a castle key. She understood what it meant to protect and restore something with deep roots. But back then, she wasn't doing this alone. Enter Ian. Daphne and Ian met in high school. They were teenage sweethearts. But life took them in different directions. College, the US Air Force for Ian, and a bit of soul-searching. Years passed. Then in 2015, fate reconnected them. And this time, they didn't let go. By 2020, Daphne's grandfather passed away. And just like that, the dream wasn't a story anymore. It was reality. The chateau needed saving. Not just for history's sake, but for the future of her family's legacy. So what did they do? They dropped everything. They got married that New Year's Eve, yes, right in the middle of a pandemic, and moved to France the following summer. But restoring a 16th century castle isn't as romantic as it sounds. The place was falling apart. Decades of neglect, leaks, pest infestations, mold, failing foundations. Every step forward came with 5 new problems. But here's the twist. Instead of running away, they leaned in. They launched a YouTube channel, started renovating room by room, and documented their journey. Word started to spread. And eventually, the story reached HGTV. The result? Castle Impossible. A show that doesn't just feature pretty before and afters, but digs deep into the grit, sweat, and love it takes to bring a piece of history back to life. But here's what most people don't know. This isn't just about renovations. Daphne and Ian are business-minded too. They created a company, Magnus Events SAS, that hosts luxury weddings and events at the chateau. They turned their passion into a sustainable model. As of now, they host around 80 weddings per year. That's not a side hustle. That's a full-blown operation. And they didn't hire a massive team. They do most of the work themselves. Daphne's out there with power tools, designing flower beds, fixing walls. Ian's fixing plumbing, handling construction, and making sure the castle actually runs. No silver spoons, no backup plan. Just 2 people building a life from stone and sweat. They've also dealt with rumors of hidden treasure buried somewhere on the property. Yep, real-life treasure hunters once approached Daphne's grandfather, and the legend stuck. Have they found anything yet? Not quite. But hey, every castle needs a mystery, right? Their story is about more than a show. It's about hard work, and the courage to say yes when the path looks impossible. So the next time you're scrolling through HGTV and see Castle Impossible, remember this. Behind every dramatic reveal is a couple who risked everything, not for fame, not for fortune, but to save something that truly matters. And that is who Daphne Reckert and Ian Figueira really are.